Greetings. Well, since you've been away, I've been a little busy on the knife. I haven't done much. I mean, I took a hand file and just kind of made everything a little bit more uniform, a little bit more even. And I started the beveling on the edge with just a hand file. I mean, it's not anything perfect by any means, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. And now I need to go about straightening it. It's a little crooked, so I'm gonna fire up the forge and tap it straight a little bit, and then we'll go about hardening it and finishing it up. I have to put scales on it, and what I'm gonna do with the scales, I'm just gonna cut some wood and epoxy it to the handle, and then I'm going to drill through it and then set it with some pins. Usually I do things differently. I drill the holes in the handle first, but I don't plan on hardening this part, so this should be easy to drill through. I'm only going to harden the blade, so this should still be soft and easy to drill through, hopefully. I mean, this isn't going to be a throwing knife or anything that's really meant for heavy duty purposes. It's just going to be a average Joe work knife. So let's get to it. I'm going to fire up that forge and off we go. Alright, so I have the forge finally hot and the anvil's warming up. So I guess that just means one thing. We're ready to heat the knife, straighten it out, and then maybe we can do a couple normalizations and harden it, and then go on with putting scales on it after I do tempering and all that good stuff. But anyway, we'll go one step at a time. First, let's straighten this bad boy out. Luckily, it's almost perfectly straight. I just want to do one more tap, and then we're going to normalize it. What that's going to do is I'm just going to bring it up to critical temperature, meaning it's no longer magnetic, and I'm just going to let it set on the anvil until it gets cooled down again. I'm going to do that 3 times, and after that, we will harden it. So I'll be back when we harden. It's in the process of its last normalization. It's cooling down right now, and now I'm getting ready to heat treat it. I'm getting ready to harden it, really. And the problem is, all my oil is congealed. So to warm up the oil enough so it can transfer the heat and disperse it properly to harden the blade, I'm going to need to heat this up. And to do that, I'm going to use another chunk of steel and dip it in there. And it's going to catch fire and it's going to warm itself up, and then I can use it to quench my blade that I want to harden. So here, let's just look at that. Just taking hot steel, put it in there. It's going to light on fire. It's going to heat up all the oil, and it's just regular old canola oil. Doesn't need to be anything special. So let it sit there and heat itself up. And there we go. Now I'm going to throw this back on the forge. Throw it back on the forge, wait for it to get non-magnetic, and I'm just going to dip it in the oil, and that'll harden it. Big magnet. The tip is not magnetic. We're just going to dunk it straight up and down. There we go. Bring her out. Let's see if it's straight. Still looks good. Let it sit there and just chill out for a bit. Now if all goes well, it'll be hard. See that? That's not hardened. That's hardened. Definite difference. So it hardened up pretty well. Now all I need to do is let it cool down, and I can start working on handles and stuff. Alright, so here's where we are so far. I managed to glue some scales onto this, right? They look awful right now, but trust me, they'll look a lot better here in about 2 hours. First thing I need to do is, now that they're on there nice and tight, I'm going to go in. I'm going to take an 1/8 inch drill bit and punch right through the scales 4 times to put a nice brass rod in. And what that will do is those pins will set it in, so make it so even if the epoxy does come loose at some point, the pins will still hold the scales in place, hopefully. So anyway, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to shape the handle so it looks a little bit better and polish it up a little bit maybe, and I'll be back after I do that and I'll show you the finished product. Should be fun. See you guys in a bit. Woo! Off the cold outside. I didn't heat the shop or anything because I don't have a way to heat it. But I've been working on this knife here for a long time, and now I'm inside. My face is a little bit numb. So I'm starting to slur my words a little bit, but that's okay. There she is. Woo, my word. I'm actually quite pleased at how it turned out. It's kind of pretty. It fits the sheath, which is the only reason why I made the knife to begin with, and that's what it looks like finished product wise. It's not too bad. The steel in it gets good and sharp. I'm not sure about the crowbar, but I don't know, it seems to look okay. It looks like a knife, and it'll perform like knives used to. I think, I don't know. I mean, you'll have to sharpen it obviously, but I mean, yeah, I like it. I would pit it against, say, this knife. I mean, this is the my pocket knife, my pocket pal that I made, and that's out of a torsion bar. This blade is something a little special. I mean, this is good and hard and pretty strong. So I don't think this will hold up. Well, it won't. This won't stack up to this, but I mean, I'm just being perfectly honest here. It won't do it, but it'll still perform like a regular old knife. So there we go. It's done. I was thinking about doing some performance testing with it, but geez, I'm tired of looking at it. So you guys have a good one, and thank you very much for watching this. And I hope to see you again real soon.